Hello, this is Dr. Sabrina Solt, and I am sitting here with, not to be biased or anything, but one of my favorite patients, simply because this is my dad. This is Orlando. And I had the pleasure of providing care for my dad probably about 4 months ago because he had a number of things that we needed to work on. And I know that he's going to be able to tell his story better than I can. So without further ado, Orlando, would you like to tell us about where you started before we started care?
Okay, where do I start? Hi, Sabrina. It was a pleasure to see you. So 4 to 5 months ago, I was in a very dark place, emotionally and physically. Physically, it was I had tons of issues going on that were brought on to me, I guess, for being unhealthy. My energy level was down to nothing. Due to this COVID-19, I couldn't go to work. I had a few things happening in my life, like the loss of my sister, the loss of some friends, and so on. So it took a toll on me mentally and physically. Physically, I also had some problems with my testosterone level being so low. I had some problems with my white cell count being so low. My prostate was bigger than it should be. So I had problem going to the bathroom. I couldn't go to work because every 2 minutes I had the process was, I had to leave my office, excuse myself from customers and say, I have to go somewhere, I'll be right back. Try to get into the bathroom to relieve myself because the urge was there. Mind talking about this because actually ever since this happened, I have probably more friends that have come forward to with the same problem. And they all asked me, what the heck did you do to get so much better? And I told them I have a secret weapon. And what's the secret? My daughter. Me, you're a blessing in the sky. You're my secret weapon. Other problems that I had was my shoulder was separated, and I went on for about 2 months without knowing that it was separated until my physiotherapist told me it was separated, and I put it back in place. And I had seen him quite a few times, but the pain that it was causing me was unbelievable. I couldn't sleep at night. My neck was hurting. I was suffering from a lack of sleep. I was very irritable during the day. It was just a buildup of so many things. I said, listen, I need to get out of here. Even with the restriction of COVID, I said, I need to get to Arizona, see my daughter, and see what she can do for me, because I know that in my heart, I knew she could do something. Anyway, I did that. And sure enough, as soon as I got there, she had all these things planned for me already. She already knew what to do. She says, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. Right? Yeah, she sounded like keeping at home from going partying at night. You're going to stay home, you're going to do this, this, and this. But she had me on a strict schedule, starting from vitamin supplements, to a bunch of other stuff that she can explain to you what she gave me better than I can. However, even I was able to even get the lack of sleep, catch up on my sleep, get a routine, actually put an alarm on to go to sleep, an alarm on to wake up. The fact that she was able to remove the pain that I had in my neck within 48 hours of being under her cure, it was unbelievable. It was just a miracle. I couldn't sleep with my head on the pillow because of my separated shoulder. And I don't know what she did, but she gave me a bunch of, I don't know, injections on my shoulder. Again, they within 48 hours, it was like, again, a miracle had happened. And I'm not just saying this because she's my daughter. I forget a million times when I talk to her about something that she's my daughter. I tell her things that I wouldn't tell anybody, not even my wife. But I talk about it with her because she listens. And I think that's one of the strongest points she has. She listens. And once she has the whole picture, she graciously comes up with a solution.
Yes, you're right. And truthfully, you're my easiest patient simply because you did what I wanted you to do. And I was able to have you under my strict care. You were staying with me at the time. So I was able to plan out which supplements you should be taking, which injections you should be taking yourself, when you should be taking them, what you were eating. And I think I wish I could do that for all my patients. And perhaps one day I will turn what I offer into some sort of retreat where people are actually able to come and get that full all-encompassing healing done. But until then, I still offer all the things that I did for you in pieces. And we did some peptide therapy. Like you said, we did some supplements. We also helped optimize your hormone levels by putting in some hormone pellets, some testosterone. We did some PRP injections, which is something that we took from your own blood to be able to harvest the growth factors and the cytokines from that. And we delivered that back into that shoulder that you're talking about, as well as I believe we also treated your knees. And I think we did your wrists too, if I'm not mistaken. And then we also harvest your own stem cells too.
Yes. No, yeah. It was incredible. I do want to share something with you, and I'm not sure if I mentioned this or not, but when I got back from Arizona, of course, I had to isolate for 14 days, and I did everything they asked me to do. I was feeling great, and of course, I did not meet my physiotherapist that I was supposed to meet on a schedule. And he called me. He was concerned about me, and he said, "Orlando, says your shoulder needs to be looked after. Says you need to come back here and have me fix it." And I told him, "I don't need to." He says, "My shoulder, there's nothing wrong with it anymore. It's fine." So he didn't believe me. He thought I didn't want to go. So yeah, I'll come just for you to look at it. So when I went to see him in his office, he put me through movements that I didn't know my shoulder could do it. And he says, I can't believe it. You can do all this. Normally, I don't see this type of reactions for about 4 or 5 months. It's only been like 3 weeks. Yeah, I know. Then I finally broke down. I told him what I did. I need her name, where she does. I wanna creep her on Facebook. I want to see it. She just performed a miracle on you. He has never seen that. And coming from a physiotherapist point of view, I appreciate it more. But to me, it was 100% back to normal. Thank you again for all you do. And I hope that other people see the truth in this. I'm not talking about this just because I'm your dad. I am your dad. As a patient, it's unbelievable what you do. I wish I could have you here, because I probably have 200 people that would want to come and see you. Because anybody that I see and I talk to, and they see the difference in me from what I was 4 months ago to today, and the difference is huge. But anyway, again, congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you. So if we wouldn't have undergone everything that we did, where do you think you'd be?
Right now?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, you probably will have to scrape me off the floor just to sit on my chair. It wasn't a downfall. Mm-hmm. Not that I was getting better every day. I was getting worse every day. And with the restriction of being able to see a doctor face to face here, and with the restriction of not being able to actually and go and have a test done with someone. And again, a lot of things played into it. In myself, I found myself going down the hill without any hope of getting back up. But the fact that you were in Arizona made it that much harder for me to get there, because we had to get a doctor's note to cross the border, and we had to I had to make sure I stayed more than 2 weeks. I had to meet all the deadlines, and I had to isolate for 14 days, not being able to see my family for 14 days when I get back to Canada. That's a lot of hard steps that I had to take, mm-hmm. But I could see the light at the end of the tunnel, and that's what I was aiming for. And mm-hmm. made that light that much brighter and that much easier to reach. And thank God you did, because today I feel fantastic. I don't feel good. I feel fantastic.
You want to share what you've been starting to do?
What's that?
You want to share what you've been doing now that you've been feeling so much better?
Oh my God, what I've been good. What is it that I have not been doing? It's well, I've been making tons of salami and sausage and homemade stuff. I started my own cooking channel, Orlando the Italian Nonno. I people how to cook certain dishes that I like to make, and people comments on it. I make soppressata, sausages, salami, mortadella, and now I started making a bunch of vegetables that I'm going to be planting. As you can see,
looks great.
Are all plants that coming planting season, I'll be self-sufficient, whether there's a COVID restrictions or not. I can just walk up to my garden and eat all my vegetables, fresh, organic food. So I've been
like dream.
Yeah.
That sounds like the dream for sure. So safe to say quality of life dramatically improved.
Oh, absolutely. And one thing that a lot of people maybe don't want to talk about it, but even the quality of life with your significant other, my wife, of course, improves tremendously, especially with the testosterone level being down. You don't want to be cozy. You don't want to be doing anything. However, she kicks me out of bed now.
And that's so important as you guys age to stay healthy like that too. Definitely important.
62 years old in May of this year.
Mm-hmm.
I do feel like that. I feel like a 35-year-old, and I can, you know what? I can probably run like a 35-year-old. I work like a 35-year-old. I get up in the morning, and I do not. I feel rested. You know, I get up in the morning with energy. I'm ready to go. You need that cup of coffee to go, and boom, and you're done. Yeah, you're gone. And then I have a very productive day. But the thing, more than anything else, my chin is up.
Mm-hmm. Hopeful, happy, all the things that matter.
Yes.
Awesome. Anything else that you'd like to add, even just about your actual experiences with any of the therapies or anything else that we did together?
You know what? Just being able to talk to you about my problems and have you listen to it and you come up with the solutions. I think that's probably 75% of the cure, because you actually listen. You actually listen. Like, you listen to my words, and you probably, if I talk to you a month from now, you can pick those words and repeat them back to me. Remember when you told me this and this and this? How come you're not doing it? Yeah. So you actually listening, where I find a lot of people that are in the medical profession, they want to just give you a pill, send you home, and hopefully you get better. But wait a minute, I want to discuss this, I want to discuss that, but they don't seem to have the time to listen to you.
You're right. Well, I appreciate you saying that. Anything else?
I love you.
Love you too. All right. Well, thank you so much for doing this. I'm very grateful that you were willing to share your experience, and anybody listening can tell that you really did experience transformation. I think that's really, really encouraging for people who might be looking for the same outcomes that you're getting. And the fact is, you're giving people hope right now that they might not have had before. So thank you so much.
No problem. I ask, and you can tell them that feel free to get in touch with me. I'll be able to talk to them and answer any question they want.
And of course, follow you on YouTube for all your cooking shows.
Yes, they can. Orlando and Nonno.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.